Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, this is Jyotsna Tiwari and welcome to today's daily current affairs session where we will discuss all type of possible questions in and news which is important for your upcoming exam. Okay guys, here we will discuss each and everything in detail. So let's have a look of today's session. So join me for the today's session, and here you can see the first news of today's session. But before starting this session, let me change my pen color. Then we will discuss each and everything in details. Okay guys, so let's have discuss about the first news of today's session. And the news is that India Netherlands DEE signed a decarbonizations and energy decarbonizations and energy transition agenda. Now let's have discuss some key points regarding this news. So here you can see that this policy was signed by the government of India, Niti Aayog and the Embassy of the Netherlands, New Delhi on 28th September 2020, a statement of intent. Okay. So guys, here you can see that this policy was signed by whom? So Government of India and also Niti Aayog and the Embassy of the Netherlands as well, New Delhi on 28th September 2020 at a statement of intent. Now let's have discuss some silent feature regarding this news. Let's have discuss. The agreement aims to create platform to strategic partnership that will enable broader collaboration between stakeholders at affected, including industry bodies, policy makers, original equipment manufacturers, okay, private enterprises, and sector experts. Here you can see that the partnership focuses on creating innovative technological solution by leveraging the expertise of the two entities, as well as this will be the achieved through an exchange of knowledge and collaborative activities. So what is the key elements include? Here you can see reducing net carbon footprint in industrial and transport sectors, realizing the target potential of natural gases and promoting bioenergy technologies, adopt next generation technologies such as hydrogen, carbon capture, utilization and storage for sectoral energy efficiency, financial framework for distributing and adopting climate change finance. SOI will enhance Indo-Dutch cooperation, and it will work towards successfully achieving declaration of the energy transition agenda. Okay guys, so here you can see that we will discuss all type of possible news. Now let's discuss that which type of question will rise on your exam regarding this news. So here is first question which will definitely rise on your exam, and the question is that recently India and which country signed a decarbonizations and energy transition agenda? Then your answer will be Netherlands. Okay. Here you can also, what is the capital of Netherlands? Then your answer will be Amsterdam. Okay guys, here you can see that this agreement is signed on which date? Then your answer will be 28th September 2020. Here we discuss all type of possible question like a stakeholder affected. You will have to learn some details about it. Okay. So here you can see guys, okay, just give me 1 minute. So here you can see including industry bodies, policy maker, original equipment manufacturer, etc. Okay, so I hope you'll understand each and everything in details. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment box. And here is the next news of today's session guys. But before starting this session, okay, let's have look. Here is the second news of today's session. The news is that International Translation Day is celebrated on 30th September. So here you can see that the International Translation Day which is celebrated on 30th September. Let's have look and discuss some key points regarding this news. So here you can see that the International Translation Day is observed every year on 30th September. The day is celebrated on the feast of Saint Jerome and the translator of the Bible, known as the patron saint of translator. If we talk about the theme, so here you can see the theme of the 2020 International Translation Day is to find the word for the world in crisis. The subject focuses on highlighting the importance of translator, interpreters and the terminology in the management of situation at the international level as well as locally. Okay. Now let's discuss some key points regarding their history. So here you can see that in the year 1991, FIT started observing International Translation Day for recognitions of the world translation community. On 24th May 2017, the United Nations General Assembly passed a resolution declaring 30th September as the International Translation Day. If we talk about here, so here you can see International Federation of Translators. So here you can see this is the abbreviation of FIT. Okay, so you will have to learn the abbreviation of FIT. So guys, here you can see that the International Federation of Translator was established in 1953. FIT is an international group of interpreters, translator and vocabulary association. More than 100 professionals associated are affiliated with FIT. Okay, so we have discussed each and everything in details. Now let's discuss that which type of question will rise on your exam regarding this news. So here is first question which will definitely rise on your exam, and the question is that International Translation Day is celebrated on which date? Then your answer will be on 30th September. Next question will rise on your exam that on 30th September which day was celebrated? Then your answer will be International Translation Day. Okay. Second question which I have already told you guys that if you are learning any event, any day, so you will have to learn the theme of that particular day and event. Okay, so what is the theme of the International Translation Day? Then your answer will be find the word for the world in crisis. Okay, here you can see the theme is find the word for the world in crisis. Okay, next is the subject focuses on highlighting the importance of translator, interpreters and terminology, the management of situation at the international level as well as locally. If we talk about the history, so in the year 1991, FIT started observing International Translate Day. Okay, on 24th May 2017, the United Nations General Assembly passed a resolution declaring 30 September. Okay, so basically you will have to learn the abbreviation of UNGA, United Nations General Assembly, and he passed the International Translation Day on 30th September. Okay, guys. Next one is you will have to learn the abbreviation of FIT. So FIT abbreviation is Federation of International Translation. Okay. I hope you will understand each and everything in details. If we talk about that, what is the establishment year of the FIT? So you will have to learn, guys, that the establishment of year is FIT 1953. Okay. So I hope you will understand each and everything in details. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment box. And here is the next news of today's session. Okay, guys, and the news is that recently CSIR Technologies for Rural Development was launched. Okay, so here you can see that on October 1st, 2020, Union Minister of Science and Technology Dr. Harshvardhan launched CSIR Technologies for Rural Development. Okay, CSIR is the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Now let's have some highlights. So here you can see that it is a joint initiative of CSIR, IIT Delhi, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan and Vinjana Bharti. The initiative was launched during the celebration of 40th Foundation Day of CSIR NISTAD in the National Institute of Science, Technology and the Development Studies. If we talk about the launched technologies, let's have discuss better quality and hygiene extreme of honey. It was developed by CSIR Institute of Himalayan Bioresearch and Technologies. If we talk about the manufacturing ginger paste, so here you can see it was developed by the Central Food Technology Research Institute, Mysore. Okay. Next one is Diomeris dresser for food and agriculture products and agriculture waste based biodegradable plates, culturally and cups. Agriculture waste include fruits, peels, sugarcane, bags, wheat, grain. It was developed by the National Institute for Interdisciplinary Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. Okay, so we have discussed each and everything which is important for your upcoming exam. Now let's have discussed that which type of question will rise on your exam regarding this news. So here is first question which will definitely rise on your exam, and the question is that recently which technologies for rural development was launched? Then your answer will be CSIR. CSIR. Okay. What is the abbreviation of CSIR? Then your answer will be Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Okay. This is the abbreviation of CSIR, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Okay. So here you can see that the joint initiative, in this joint initiative, whom two organization was participated. Then your answer will be first one is CSIR and second one is IIT Delhi, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, Vinjana Bharti. Okay, this is the abbreviation of VIBHA, and the NISTAD's abbreviation is National Institute of Science, Technology and Development Studies. Okay. So guys, we have discussed each and everything already in details. I hope you'll understand each and everything in details. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment box. So here is the next news of today's session, you can see, and the news is that commissioned by the Indian Coast Guard fast patrol vessels ICGS Karnaklata Bureau. So here you can see, guys, let's discuss. Here you can see on October 30th, 2020, the Indian Coast Guard Karnataka Bureau, Kanklata Bureau was commissioned in Kolkata. Commissioning was done through video conferencing. If we talk about the highlights, so here you can see that ICGS Kanklata Bureau is one of the 5 FPVs built by GRCE, Garden Research Shipbuilders and Engineers. GRCE is a defense public sector undertaking. About fast patrol vessels, so here you can see that the ship were designed for a maximum speed of 34 knots. They are medium range surface vessels with a length of the 50 meter with 7.5 meters and displacement of 308 tons. If we talk about the Indian Coast Guard, let's have discussed. It is an armed force search and rescue agency that protects India's maritime interest agency. It was established in 1978 by the Coast Guard Act. 1978 it operates under the 42 Coast Guard station in India. Okay. So we have discussed each and everything details already. Now let's discuss that which type of question will rise in our exam regarding this news. So here is first question which will definitely rise in our exam, and the question is that commissioned by Indian Coast Guard fast patrol vessels ICGS which bureau? Then your answer will be Karnaklata Bureau. Okay. You will have to learn. Okay, so we have already discussed each and everything in details. I don't think so there are much question will rise from this particular news. You will have to learn, guys, that Indian Coast Guard establishment in the 1970 and by the which act? So Indian Coast Guard Act 1978. Okay, guys, and there are almost 42 Coast Guard states in India. Okay. Now I hope you'll understand each and everything in details. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment box. Okay, guys. So here is the next and last news of today's session, and the news is that ISRO will start the Venus mission in 2025 whose name is Shukriyaan. Okay. So let's discuss some key points regarding this news. Here you can see that on September 30th, 2020, the French space agency CNES announced that it was to participate in ISRO's Venus mission Shukriyaan to be launched in 2025. Let's discuss some highlight regarding this news. So here you can see that Venus is the inflated atmospheric gases linker instrument which was co-developed with the Russian Federal Space Agency, Roxosmos and the Litmus atmosphere. France is one of the 3 countries with which India collaborates in strategic areas such as space, nuclear and defense. Both countries are America and Russia. If we talk about the Venus mission, so here you can see so far 42 Venus missions have been sent from the Venus to Earth. Japan's Akatsuki is currently flying around Venus. If we talk about planet Venus, so here you can see Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. It is also called Earth twin. The surface temperature of Venus reaches 880 degree Fahrenheit. It was 65 miles of extremely dense cloud that feel atmospheric pressure 90 times. On the surface of the Earth, there are no moon or rings around Venus. If we talk about Shukriyaan, so here you can see the mission is to study atmospheric chemistry, structural changes and the dynamic of the planet Venus. The mission was launched began in 2023 earlier. Okay, guys. So we have discussed each and everything in details already. Now let's discuss that which type of question will rise in our exam regarding this news. So here is first question which will definitely rise in our exam, and the question is that ISRO will start the Venus mission by which year? Then your answer will be 2025. And name of that mission, then your answer will be Shukriyaan. Okay, these 2 questions are very important. Okay, guys. Okay. So here you can see one more thing that which was co-developed with the which countries help. Then your answer will be Russian Federal Space Agency. It will in this particular mission, Russian Federal Space Agency will help. Okay, to Roxosmos and Litmus atmosphere. Here also you can see that there are 42 Venus missions have sent with the Venus to Earth, and Japan's Etokochi is currently flying around the Venus. Okay. If we talk about the Shukrayaan, so firstly, the mission was scheduled to be begun in 2023, but now it will be scheduled for the 2025. Okay. So guys, we have discussed each and everything in details. I hope you'll understand each and everything. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me in the comment box. Okay guys. So that's all for the today's session. Let's have a look. Guys, here you can see the screenshot of the news. So yeah, basically I want to say that if you want to give the quizzes on the daily basis, so for that you will have to go to the Google Play Store, download the entry app now, register your mail ID and your phone number. After that you can give the quizzes on the daily basis and analyze yourself that where are you standing right now, and according to that you can boost your preparation. Okay guys. Also you can visit our YouTube channel. For that you will have to go to the YouTube, type the Banking 2.0, subscribe the channel and don't forget to tap on the bell icon. Okay guys. So thank you very much for, and don't forget to like, comment and share this session as much as you can. You can share this session with your colleague, relative, friends, whomever you are studying right now. Okay. Also, you can share this session on your social media group like your Facebook group, your Telegram group, wherever you are standing, your WhatsApp group, wherever you are available right now. Okay guys. So thank you very much for cooperate with me. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.